Good morning, guys, and welcome to Power Up 365. How are you guys doing? You know what? You won't believe that this is the first Power Ups video I'm actually doing this week. And the reason is it's just been a great, tough week. And there's a lot of things happening to our businesses all around the world, and we have been pushing to get some deals closed. And the other thing I've been doing is I have built my studio here at my house, and I have changed a training that I do for businesses that I do with Wits. And I always used to go out to Wits and do the course there, and I loved it because I love training people, being in a room with the guys and looking at their faces and seeing if I'm connecting with them. And now I had to adopt and change because we are doing online training, and I had to get some technical stuff, I had to get some equipment, and I am trying to deliver the best I can as if I'm in the class online. Now, what I want to discuss today, I've had a mentor and a coach, and he spoke to us about perturbation. His name is Blair Singer, and many years ago, he really helped me in my life. He helped me with my speaking career, he helped me with sales, and he helped me with developing teams. I don't know if you guys know the Code of Honor. He helped me develop that and teach that, and he's been a great influence in my life. Blair Singer, and he's one of the Rich Dad Poor Dad advisories of Robert Kiyosaki. And one thing he taught us was called perturbation, and I want to explain that to you because I think it's very relevant in today's world. I think it's very relevant because a lot of people right now in the world, they have got businesses, or they have got jobs, or their relationships, or something is going wrong because the world just took a turn in the last 4 months for this COVID. And I want to explain this to you just the way it was explained to me. If you actually think about it, let's just say there's the ground here, and there is this tree. There's this tree that is growing, right? And this tree is growing, and now that tree represents something in your life. It represents your business, it represents your relationships, it represents something in your life. So let's say you've had a business over the last 10 years, 15 years, and it just didn't go well, and you had to close it, okay? You had a job, you were working, and the company closed, and now you've lost your job. And it's taken you years to build this tree, and you're proud of this tree, and you had plans for this tree, and this tree represents something in your life, your job, your employment. It can even represent a relationship, that you were married for so long, you had this goal with this relationship, and it just didn't work. And what happened is, let's just respond to this COVID situation. Let's say this is your business, or whatever it symbolizes for you. And here comes this COVID lightning, COVID-19, and it comes down here and it destroys this. It destroys this. So now the thing that you took so long to build, the dreams that you had, all this stuff, it destroys this tree, this business, this relationship, your job, your pension. It had this way. And because it destroys that, because you had so much plans, something happens, okay? And what happens is quite sad. What fills this thing around is things like shame, guilt, okay? And shame and guilt, and the things that are happening in you is much more dangerous than the insolvency. Losing your job, closing your business. It's the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment. I love this one. What will they say? What will they say? Who are they? And your whole world is revolved around they, and what will they say? And they influence your life so much, but they don't have your kids. They don't have the time with your kids, the time with your wife, your family. They don't have your responsibilities, but you're so worried about they. Okay, and what happens is, I believe the world is going through a global reset. It's a global reset. If you actually think how much things used to cost and what they're going to cost now, what businesses made sense and what businesses don't make sense. And I think it's just normal that after so many years, every 40, 50 years, there's a global reset. We're in the information age, the industrial age, and I think this COVID has given the world a global reset. There's so much things that have happened, and there's so much more that's going to happen. Interest rates are going to change. And the one thing I think we need to take note of, money has never been more cheap in the history of the world than it is right now. Money is very cheap, okay? And a lot of people say, but if only I had money to do things. Yes, there's a strategy on how to access money, but money is very cheap. I don't ever think in the history of the world money has ever been so cheap as it is right now. And remember, there are people with money looking to invest in the next thing. And this is what I want to speak to you. This is what I want to share with you. Because of COVID, because it came down to your business, right? Now what has happened is, we have this COVID thing disinfected, and it has come and it has taken all this away. All this away, it is gone, right? So what's left now is nothing. There is no business. There is no relationship. There is no job. There is nothing left. But is that really true? Not exactly, because when you built that business, you had 20 years experience. When you had that job, you built a skill set, you built a talent, you had something for marketing. Something happened to you in building the old tree. There was some value that you got. There was some skill set that you got. You some experience. Although, let me just speak about experience, because experience alone, I don't believe, will make you successful. It's experience that you have learned from will make you successful. If what has happened before, and you can say, what did I learn out of that experience? That's how you become successful, okay? So what really is going to happen right now, there is a new tree that is going to grow. But what makes this tree grow faster, better, more successful? It is because of that old tree. That old tree becomes the fertilization of the new tree. Okay? Becomes the fertilization of the new tree. The new tree will never be the same. Business will never be the same. If you go open a business exactly the same one as you did, most probably it's not going to work because you're not adapting to the change. The world has changed. Things have changed. How do you do business has changed. So you've got to learn from what has happened. Now, what stops you from learning what's happened? It's the things that happen inside. It's the embarrassment, the shame, the guilt, and what will they say about me? How can I make it again? It's questioning yourself. Then the old things becomes the block. It stops it. The shame, the guilt will stop this from becoming fertilization. Okay? And if that happens, you can't grow a great tree. You got to step up into your circumstances. Whatever has happened to you, you got to own it. Hey, listen, you know what? I did that investment. I did that thing. It didn't work out. That is exactly where we are. That's what's happened. You've got to own the circumstances. You've got to own the fact that you lost your job, that they retrenched your job. But just because that happened, that means it's an event in time. It's an event in time. It doesn't become your new true self. It doesn't become that. It just happened. Hey, there was COVID. I had a great job. I lost the job. That is the facts. Now I'm going to get a better job. I had a business. The business didn't go well. Now I'm going to build a greater business. I used to make 10,000 Rand. Now I'm going to make 100,000 Rand. I'm going to power up because I'm going to let all this shame, all this stuff go away. I'm going to own it. It's going to become the fertilization of this. And this becomes your new success. This becomes your new success. And this is the new power up that you got to be. This is your new business, your new relationship, your new success, your new money. This can become so much more than your yesterdays. So don't don't sit too long in dwelling on what has gone wrong. Okay? Don't, if things have gone wrong, pull the plaster on, sit in it, own it for a little bit, not for too long, own it for a little bit. Ask yourself, what did I learn out of those situations? What can I learn better? What can I take out of that? And how does the new you look like? How does the new you look like? How does the new business look like? What's the new job? What's the new relationship? Anything that new is coming into your life? And I guarantee you, if you use the past to be a learning experience, the fertilization for the new tree, you're going to build greater things, and better things are going to come your way than you ever knew what was possible. But remember, your inside world, the feelings that you're feeling, your heart, the feelings, your mindset, if you don't get that right, if you don't invest in that right now, it will sabotage your future success. If you're going to live in shame, it's going to sabotage your future success. If you're going to live in embarrassment, it's going to sabotage your future success. Whatever has happened now is a moment in time. It's just a moment in time. This can be the book of how you overcome, your success story. You see, the best of you is yet to come if you decide so. Okay? So this is Johnny Eliades, your success strategist. I hope this makes sense to you. Reach out to me. You can go to my website, www.johnnyeliades.com. You can contact me at info@johnnyeliades.com. Don't give up. Let's build your new business, your new career, your new job, your new relationship, your new life is awaiting for you. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Power Up 365, Johnny Eliades. Yeah, thanks. Cheers. Bye.